let's get things moving ahead of our lunch break that I mentioned a little bit earlier. This is the final session of this morning, and we have a keynote talking about how assets-backed crypto is revolutionizing investment opportunities. We have Julian Sperring-Toy, Chief Development Officer at Unicoin. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Okay, I think so, we're on. Okay, so I think we're just waiting for the slides to come up. Right, I know it's lunchtime, and I know everybody's hungry, and you're desperate to go out and get some of this really great food that we've had. So I'll try and make this quick and interesting, which is not easy in this particular topic that we're going to be talking about, right? But so just a little bit about me. So I'm a newcomer into this industry, into crypto. My background is private equity, venture capital, mergers and acquisitions. That's what I've been doing for my life, my career. I've lived in Dubai for about 25 years. I think this is, the best place to be for new technology and new economic opportunities and things like that. And I recently joined Unicoin. And Unicoin is a really interesting project of creating a second generation cryptocurrency and addressing some of the inherent volatility, addressing some of the inherent or the challenges of the first generation experiences and helping to bring crypto to a new audience. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is what we're doing with our project to revolutionize investing through the use of cryptocurrency. Now, we all know this slide. We've probably all seen it a million times, right? The way that money has developed and the way that payments and investing is, and what we can invest in and what we can use to invest has developed over history. We're not all walking around anymore with the little pieces of gold that we can exchange for a bag of corn or something like that. And even if I think about this country in particular, right? So 15 years ago, we didn't even have chip and PIN cards in this country. We didn't have contactless. We were walking around with big piles of cash in our back pockets to pay for anything. It was a real sort of cash-generated economy. So the pace of change and the technology, like the fantastic presentation that Gorinda made a few minutes ago about how the pace of change in technology sort of really changes the way that we operate and the way that we live our lives. You can apply that to payments and currency as well. And that's led us to where we are today with the evolution from credit cards through to using payment solutions on our phones and also using crypto and how we can use crypto from the first generation for things like payments and for investing purposes and things like that, right? But if you look at it and you think about how we're actually going to sort of change the way that people use crypto and what the use case for crypto is as we move forward to take advantage of the opportunities of the technology, we can really think and look at it and say, well, crypto really is the new investment frontier, right? For so many different reasons. So there was, a generational shift in technology and the use of technology and the use of payments that we're seeing across the world, right? So you've got, and that's been driven by a number of different things. For example, you see a generational sort of mistrust in the banking system or a generational lack of access towards the traditional financial products that we see in the market today historically. It's also driven by the opportunities that is created by global mobility. People are moving around the world. People are sort of born in one country, live in another country, retire to another country, and how can you port your investments around the world? Well, crypto is a great way to do that, right? So there's lots of potential, and there's lots of sort of future-proofing that you can bring from having a good structured product in the crypto market, right? But if you think about the amount of people that are actually using crypto, right? How is it actually being deployed and used in the world today? There's only 2022, 300 million crypto users in the world. This year, it's probably going to be 450 million, something like that. If you compare that to stocks and shares and gold and things like that, you're looking at potentially 2.5 to 3 billion people of this planet that actually have proper investments, as you could call old school style investments in stocks and shares and all of that kind of thing. So the opportunity for crypto and the opportunity for the right product to take advantage of all this massive number of people who are not using this fantastic technology and this fantastic opportunity is immense. And the company that I come from, Unicorn, we looked at this and we thought, well, how can we address this? What is stopping people from looking at crypto, seeing that it's a good opportunity for them to invest their money invest into a crypto-backed product, and really develop the growth of this as a financial product or a financial security sector. And when we looked at, and the interesting thing to know about us and our company as well, none of us come from a crypto background. We're investment banking, we're retail banking, we're venture capital, we're real estate people, we're all those kinds of traditional finance or traditional asset class kind of individuals. So, just 1 second. One of the reasons that we discovered that that people maybe are a bit concerned about investing in crypto or a bit hesitant about investing in crypto is twofold. Firstly, we're all familiar with this kind of graph and chart and the news stories that come around where crypto's dead and people are losing all of their money and so on and so forth, and all the various different issues that this market is inherently, as it's a new market, a new financial product market, is being addressing. And secondly, people see that there are some issues with traditional coins, right? Are they regulated? Are they stable? Is the price? Is there any inherent value onto it? What happens if I actually invest into something that might not be real, and so on and so forth? But what we believe and what I believe, it's not necessarily an issue with the industry itself and an issue with the currency itself or the coins itself. It's not necessarily an issue with the concept of cryptocurrency and getting that message out there. We believe that this is an issue between first and second generation. Right? Now, we're all technologists and futurists in this room. We've all been using tech and various forms of interaction with the internet and all that kind of thing for the last 20, 25 years, right? Everyone. I would love to be sitting here today with my BlackBerry Q10, which, by the way, was the greatest smartphone ever invented. Challenge me and I'll tell you why. But I'm not. I'm using the latest generation of Apple, and I'm not looking at MySpace. I'm looking at Facebook, or, I'm not using Alta Vista, one for the teenagers, not using Alta Vista to do my searching on the internet. I'm using Google, right? So this is, we've all lived through a first to second generation technology sort of change and a technology improvement and the way that we interact and use that, because people have looked at the technology and thought, Sergey and Larry looked at Alta Vista and thought, well, this isn't very good. It's not really giving me what I want. It's not right. How can we make it better? And that's the concept that we have applied to cryptocurrency and investment in cryptocurrency. How can we make it better? So we've come up and we've developed and we're creating a new generation of cryptocurrency, a second generation cryptocurrency, which will be, I probably can't see this because of the chairs in front of it, but that lives on 3 specific pillars. Number 1, asset-backed, has some real value behind it. Okay, so it's not a utility coin which has a notional value dependent on market forces. Real life, hard assets create the value of this coin. Number 2, very important, publicly reporting. Okay, so our company, we're a US firm, we issue, we report within the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission guidelines on a quarterly basis, our 10K and 10Q, to give our users that reassurance that there is actually a real company behind this. This isn't just a notional product which has been invented and taken and used in different areas. And finally, audited as well. Regulation and regulatory approval is absolutely critical, we believe, to the success of the second generation of cryptocurrency, and making sure that, again, that belief in the product, the belief in the security of the product, the belief that people are putting their hard-earned money into something which will be stable, secure, and regulated into the market, right? And that's the underlying pillars of the generation of Unicoin. So that's only one side of the story, right? And as we know, that when you look into sort of generating any kind of new market, any kind of new product, branding and marketing and getting your message out there and building a brand that people believe in and trust in is absolutely critical. One of our founders is a very amazing lady called Silvina Machini. She saw this in retail banking about 10 or 15 years ago, and she looked at the opportunities that building a very, very strong marketing brand around retail banking to address people who maybe didn't use banking, didn't use investing, and using the power of internet and the nascent social media, would be is a really good way to generate and reach a lot of people and give them opportunities to really create wealth for themselves, right? So creating the brand as part of our project is absolutely critical. And to do that, the first part of what we did with that, we did this.
Get ready, world, for a whole new way to invest. Introducing the Unicorn Hunters.
Unicorn Hunters.
Unicorn Hunters.
Unicorn Hunters.
Unicorn Hunters.
Unicorn Hunters.
Boy, do we have a treat for you. A new series says it could actually help viewers make money.
Unicorn Hunters is looking for that next billion-dollar idea from entrepreneurs.
Searching for that billion-dollar business, a unicorn.
Far UV Technologies has developed Krypton disinfection lighting.
Forte is a tech company that enables gyms to create a digital experience.
The CVAC system is an air vacuum chamber.
Mechanical trees solve climate change.
Our technology now has the ability to predict health outcomes and save lives.
What concerns me, your lack of ambition. 70 million in 3 years, that's not much.
I love supporting small business, but is this a big enough market?
To what degree it's a personal cost for you, and to what degree it's business?
Why aren't you already a unicorn?
Your gross revenue was $126,000. How are you going to increase that for 2021?
Why are you doing this? So what's your why?
Let's go, Nick! Let's go, Nick!
Can I call my mom?
Okay, so I think what we didn't get in the first part of that slide is we've created a Shark Tank, Dragon's Den, if you're familiar with that concept, type of TV show, okay, which invests cryptocurrency into startup businesses. Okay, so far we've made 16 episodes of this in the first season. Second season is going to come here to Dubai and into Saudi Arabia as well. And this is all about pushing the message out that CryptoCoin is a serious investment opportunity for people and getting it in front of many, many millions of viewers around the world. Okay, so in terms of the people that we have attached to our project, the key ones probably I would say would be Rosie Rios. She was the treasurer of the United States. She actually put her signature on the currency. Steve Wozniak from Apple. I'm sure we all know who Steve is. Mo Vela. He's the former advisor of Joe Biden on economic matters. Lance Bass, formerly of InSync, or Justin Timberlake's friend, but also a very, very serious tech investor, and John Burko from the UK as well. And then our two founders, Alex and Silvina. And this is really important, really interesting, because nobody's ever done this before. Nobody's taken a concept like a cryptocurrency and put it into the mainstream media TV in this kind of format. So we've had so far of season 1, 300 million viewers, 300 million people understanding what crypto is, how you can invest it, and giving everyday people the opportunity to invest in small scale startup companies that have immense amounts of growth to try and become the next unicorns. Okay, and that's again unique. Democratizing wealth and democratizing the opportunity to create fantastic wealth creation by using a cryptocurrency. Yeah, we've invested in all sorts of companies, whether that's pharma tech. We've invested in some business services. We've invested in a retail shopping cart business as well, and some packaging company as well. Again, but they're all high growth opportunity, high potential businesses that have got real potential to become fantastic ambassadors for Unicorn, but also a fantastic return on investment for our retail investors as well. Again, using the coin. Aligned to that, aligned to what we're doing as well in terms of like making that brand and getting that name out there, we've got a number of ambassadors around the world who are spreading our message. Again, so we're taking the concept of branding, we're taking our retail, our FMCG branding experience, and we're applying it into crypto. So we've gone down the road of looking for sports people, entertainers, people like Juan Pablo Montoya, Ezekiel Elliott, who's a major NFL star for North America, Chris Carter, but these guys all have one thing in common. They have amazing reach. 1 million, 2 million on Instagram, 330 million on Twitter, right? So they can really push our message out there about Unicoin and Unicoin, the opportunities that it brings, right? So this, again, create the brand, create the interest and the buzz around the brand, create the brand loyalty, brand security, create a product, create a financial product. Again, with the visibility in the events as well, you know, we come to events all over the world. We usually do 3 or 4 events across the world every week to push our message out there. Events like this, or even retail investor events, those kinds of things. To once again, it's about creating a brand, creating a buzz before we launch our product. And this is, again, a very different way of approaching a new coin and a new asset-backed security. That. Okay, and then what does it actually mean though? So that's all great. You create the brand. You know, how are you actually, you know, building your assets? How are you bringing the assets into Unicoin? And what are the opportunities for people, the everyday investors? So we've created these advanced financial instruments. The first one, asset swaps. So we are the world-leading company, or the world-leading coin, in swapping assets for our coin. So we have a very, very simple strategy, a very simple approach to that. We look at real estate. We've already got the investments in the startup companies. The second one, we're looking at real estate, right? So we are swapping real estate for Unicoins. We pay 140% of the appraised market value. It's not a cash deal at all. We'll work with real estate developers, real estate brokers, owners, whatever it may be. We'll appraise the value of the project, and we swap it for Unicoin. Sounds great, right? But does it really work in practice? Yes. Last week, we did the world's largest ever crypto for property asset transfer of a holiday resort in Thailand, vacation resort in Thailand, 64,000 square meter property, luxury resort in Chonburi, $355 million worth of real estate swapped for our Unicoin. The week before that, we did the other world's largest one. We broke our own record, and we swapped $210 million copper mine in Argentina, and we swapped that for Unicoin, right, with the 140% incentive. This week, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will break these records again. We have another deal that we're working on somewhere else in the world, right? So this is something, this is what we want to do, this is what we're thinking about doing, this is real, this is something that we're actually doing today all over the world. We're creating our asset bank, we're swapping real life assets for our coin to create that value. And then we're also obviously then backing that up with a lot of media, a lot of marketing. People are very interested in this and interested in what we are doing. Additionally to that, we are pushing this all over the world. If you fly through any of the major airports in the Eastern Seaboard, particularly in New York, you see a lot of notice and information about what we are. It's, again, getting that branding out, getting the message out, approaching this in a completely different way. Second instrument, I'll hurry up on this one. Second instrument is our retail and institutional investment offers, and we have several of those, buy now, pay later, which we've raised 500 million on. Fixed income, 20% interest yielding note, fixed price options, and so on, right? So the message being, right, we're doing this, we're approaching it in a completely different way. We're bringing in a lot of our previous experience from different parts of the financial industry, and we're going to make this hopefully, or definitely, we'll make it the leading asset-backed second-generation crypto coin. Thank you.